Hi everybody. I'm here at Sanchez Art Center to give a little tour of my installation and this show. The show's called 50/50, and it is 50 little artworks by 50 different artists, and it's the 15th annual time they've done it. It's a fundraiser here for Sanchez Art Center. It's an art center in Pacifica. It's part of the building here used to be an elementary school, and it feels so cozy to be here. It makes me feel kind of nostalgic, even though I had never been here before. And this is the East Gallery. It's a hallway, and all the rooms here, which used to be classrooms, are artist studios. So there's two hallway galleries, one square gallery, and there's a theater here too. So it's a pretty awesome place in a part of Pacifica with lots of trees around and a beautiful place to hike nearby. So I'm showing my series 6 Feet Apart, and the all the artists get these masonite panels, and I printed my photographs on a kind of sticker type of medium, and found a way to neatly wrap the corners. And I had never presented this work in a square format. It's not shot square, but this series really lends itself to being in a grid, to being cropped square. And these are all pictures of markers that tell people to stand 6 feet apart. And I love that there happens to be a marker, respect social distancing, right there. Stay 6 feet apart. Right in front of my piece, there's some other ones up and down the hall. So that works out good. I've also often shown installed pieces on the floor as well as on the wall. And what else can I say about this piece? I have these images are all from pretty much all from different locations and different surfaces. Most of them are from my neighborhood in San Francisco. There's a few that are from other places, including in Japan, where I spend a few weeks every year. And of course, these marks are all kinds of different shapes out there in the world. I've decided to only show the square or X ones, not square, the X or plus sign. And that just is an interesting way to see them together. When I've done other installations, I've organized them in different kinds of groupings as a way to think about why these marks are made, how they're made, how they're kind of like outsider art. And I love that they look distressed and disappeared. I mean, this yellow one, you would hardly even know what it was if you didn't see the context. And that's an interesting metaphor for how the pandemic has changed, how it's evolved over time, how it's changed our lives. So that's what this work is about the irony of working together by staying apart, and just a way to think about how the pandemic has changed all of our lives. So one piece here is sold. You can come here to Sanchez Art Center and buy a piece and take it right off the wall. Maureen Lardy here across from me has a bunch of pieces gone, and these beautiful fabric collages with hand-painted upcycled fabrics. So these are not prints, they're sewn fabrics. This is, I don't know how to say the name, Danya Critchell, Recipe for Harmony, hand-cut paper collage. So these are all collages, and they have a kind of varnish on top of them that makes them all kind of stick together. They all feel like elaborate stories, scenes from a complicated story with lots of details. I didn't even read the artist statement there, and they included a print here that shows all the pieces that were there, because some of them are gone now, and the titles. Anyway, we'll look at a couple more. Here's another Be Smart, Stand Apart I love these beautiful abstract minimalist pieces by Eileen Goldenberg. Tempered beeswax and caustic. So I think maybe there's different colors and somehow they're built up and then removed. And some of them are very colorful and some are very minimal palette. And I love how on the sides there's you see some of the, continue the texture, the feel of it. They sell frames here too, so you can buy these pieces and then buy a frame for them. Stacy Nussbaum, California's beautiful landscapes and seascapes and why we enjoy them. Wow, these are very popular. A bunch of those are gone. Martha Wold Cornwall from Berkeley. So this is wool felt natural dyes, and they're all these felt sculptures. I talked to her, and they're not needle felted. So they're made with some other process. And I didn't get the whole story, but I love them. I love the natural dyes and the color palette they make. And yeah, there's a lot of people who also do sculptural pieces. There's some ceramics and some woven baskets. And I love these. These are Sherry Bryant from San Carlos. So Miladies, a continuing exploration of Black women in fantasy. So these are like Afrofuturist fantasy ideas that are all African American women, and they've got this animal shapes or, you know, different, something unique and fantasy-like. This woman has horns. I love this one. So this is a really cool piece. Now this one really caught my eye. I love that X, maybe because my work has the X in it too. So all kinds of stuff. Some people are more kind of conceptually driven, and all kinds of work here. This is just a small piece of it. Bye, everybody.